One of the great things about going out and looking for video games is you get to experience a lot of games for the first time. And whenever I first started collecting games, it was for the intent of getting the games that I had as a kid. And then it morphed into discovering things for the first time. And when we started Game Chasers, that happened a lot. There were games that I had never played, and so I got to experience them as an adult in the last few years. And some of them are really super good, but some of them are bad. I mean, really bad. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the games that I came across on Game Chasers that were filmed, that you guys saw me pick up, that I'd never played. I was excited to get it, and then I go home and I take it and it's just a big pile of absolute garbage. Those are the games I want to talk about. And we're gonna do that. Yes, this probably could have been a top 5 Friday, but I think that I can get a few more games on this list, because boy, have I run across some bad ones. But actually, I'm looking at the flipped over viewfinder here, and man, I'm looking rugged today. Wow, I gotta clean up. I gotta shave some of this. I gotta get better. Let's do that. I gotta get cleaned up, man. We all have our everyday grooming routines, from showering to brushing our teeth to shaving. I know every morning I like to shave my neck at least. Being a gamer, sometimes people think that we don't care about our grooming routine. Hey, it's fine if you don't, but what I like about the Dollar Shave Club is they make it convenient for me to care as little or as much about my needs as I want. They have a ton of products, from shower products to oral care products to even butt wipes, and God knows I need butt wipes. And of course, shaving products. They pretty much have it all. What's great about their products is that they're amazing, super high quality, but not expensive. Not only do they ship them right to your house, but the more you buy, the more you save. They call it the handsome discount, after me, of course. And that is where the Dollar Shave Club Daily Essential Starter Pack comes in. It's got me covered from cheek to cheek. And those cheeks, because they have butt wipes. The starter set features their most popular products to meet all your daily bathroom needs to look, feel, and smell your best. 1 ounce Wanderer Body Cleanser. 3 individually wrapped 1-wipe Charlies with peppermint tingle, 1 exclusive razor, and 1 ounce of shave butter, which felt really good. I was a little skeptical at first, but it was actually way better than shaving cream. It felt nice. For me, the value is all in the razors here. I was spending 4 times that at the store for the last 20, 30 years, and I get the same quality razor at a fraction of the cost. And yes, I do shave. I shave my neck, I shave here, so I get really good use out of it, even though I keep most of a beard. So it is great for me. And if you want to get started in the Dollar Shave Club, this is an exclusive offer. You can start with the $5 Essential Starter Set, and that gets you everything you see here. And after that, you get the bigger packs sent for the regular price once a month if you want to continue into the program. But all you gotta do is hit the link down there at the bottom, and you can sign up and get your exclusive deal. And if you do decide to do that, you'll be spending a whole lot less money on grooming products, and you'll be supporting this channel. So, welcome to the Dollar Shave Club. Now onto the video. I was kind of having a little bit of difficulty with this topic. I didn't know if I wanted to focus on games that were just really super bad or ones that I was just kind of disappointed in. So I kind of combined the two. So on this list, you're just gonna get a hodgepodge of different things that ultimately, I guess I was mostly just disappointed in. And so let's just get started. So let's just start from the beginning. Episode 1 of the Game Chasers, I picked up a game called King of Kings. Now, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into to a degree. I'd never played this one specifically, but I had played Bible Adventures, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't hate that game. A lot of people hate it, I don't. But King of Kings, I was like, well, maybe it's along the same line of gameplay and all that, and it kind of is, but I have no sentimental or nostalgia for this one, so this one goes into the crap pile. It's not good. You're on a camel, and you're in Egypt or whatever, and you're going through Bible-ish things, and you go left to right, and you jump things, and of course, in an unlicensed game, more than likely the controls are gonna be absolute garbage, and they are. And you have to top it all off, you have to you have to answer Bible questions. If you don't read the Bible and know the Bible, you can't even play this. Was I disappointed in it? Well, yeah. Have I played it since? No. Will I play it again? Probably not. Hence the dust on it. So this is definitely one of the worst finds I've ever had. All right, so the next one here on the list is a game that I think I've run across this twice actually, picked it up for some reason, and I'm not sure why, but it's Stunt Race FX on the Super Nintendo, and this is not good. Think Star Fox, but you're a racer. And the big thing about this game is, well, it's not fun in the least, but the screen, because I guess the Super Nintendo couldn't handle full screen FX graphics in terms of racing. It's smaller. You're playing like on a TV set within a TV set, and it's not fun to look at. It's not fun to play. It's not fun to anything. And the fact that I have 2 copies, I still don't understand that. I don't know why I do, but I do. At least one's in the box, so there's that. But to me, the cardboard, the box, is more valuable and more fun to look at and touch than actually playing the game. It is just soul zapping. Speaking of soul zapping, nothing irritates me more, disappoints me more than when I run across an Atari ST game that I've never tried out, and I come home, I stick it in, and if it actually decides to work, it's not good. And that happened to me with Final Assault. This one is one that I recently got at Retropalooza last year, no, or the year before, I can't remember. But I ended up getting this, and you know, you get clued in on certain things. Look, I saw the back cover, and I knew it wasn't going to be, you know, Mario 3 here, but I wasn't ready for the depths, or should I say the heights, of how absolutely mind-numbingly boring this game is until I stuck it in and just fell asleep. It's a mountain climbing simulator, all right? It's not action-packed, to say the least. It's you're climbing a mountain and you're trying to survive. It is extremely. I think some people would actually get a kick out of that, and maybe it just takes a different type of person to be interested in doing something like that or playing a game like that, where you have to be. It's very, very slow-paced and very, very, very. You know, you have to really think ahead and survive, and to know what you're doing, and it's just not my thing. It's not my thing. All right, next up on the list is a game that I was kind of eager, in a way, to take it home and play it after I found it, and that's Deathbots. But I mean, come on, look at it. It's an unlicensed game by American Video. You know, not the worst game I've ever played. It's not on the level of a Dash Galaxy and the Alien Asylum or anything, but it seems like they were trying to go with this Gauntlet meets Robotron sort of mashup, which kind of sounds cool, but just the controls to me are just really, really bad in it. The graphics are like so just boring and extremely dull to look at, uninspired, and it's just not a fun game for me to play. I played it for like 5 minutes and I was done. Maybe I need to get a little bit more into it, and maybe it gets a little better, which is probably not the case, but it definitely wasn't something I was interested in popping in my NES anytime soon after I played it for the first time. So Deathbots, that gets a spot on this list of shame. All right, so there have been some really good McDonald's games on the NES and the Genesis. We got McKids on the NES, and then we got the Genesis McDonald Land, Adventures of McDonald Land, that I got at 7th Level's place. Thanks again, 7th. Both of those, good. This one, not so much. It's Donald Land on the Famicom. Thank God it didn't come out here in the US, but Japanese kids were tortured by this. And it's not a good game at all. I got through the first level, and you know, sometimes it's nothing that you can say, oh, it's because of this or because of that or whatever, but you know, sometimes it's just a game is not fun, and I played it for 10-15 minutes. Kingsley was with me actually when I played it, and I couldn't even get through the first level, and it's not through difficulty. It was just so clunky. You know, it was just, or maybe I sucked at it. Maybe I'm using the excuse that it was clunky as an excuse, and I was just crappy at it. But no, it's a bad game. It's not good. All right, next up is somewhat of a recent, within the last couple of years. That's Magician. Now, some of you might get really disappointed that I have this on the list. Maybe you feel my disappointment when I took it home and played it for the first time. I do like RPGs. I'm not going to sit here and dog RPGs. I do. I like a lot of RPGs. Now, this one isn't your typical RPG, as I said. It's side-scrolling. There's I mean, there's some backtracking and stuff, but pretty much it's kind of linear. The thing that really just caused me to just shut it off and be like, I'm done with this, is the fact that your health drains if you just like stand there. I think it's like you're going hungry, and so if you have to you don't constantly get food or whatever, then you starve to death, and it's so annoying, and it drains really quick, and it just makes the game not fun. When I have to, and that's one thing I hate about Adventure Island series, to constantly having to go and get fruit and stuff to keep your health up, and I don't find that fun. And so it didn't take long for me to realize that this game definitely wasn't for me. Again, not as bad as some of the other games on this list, and certainly not a horrible game, just not a game for me. So I'm gonna put it on this list just because I was disappointed, and the cover looks cool. So before we get to the number one, I guess number one game that I'm most disappointed with, my most disappointed find, I wanna show you this. I got this on an episode. It was at a garage sale, and at the time I thought this was an amazing find. This is Fireball Island. I always wanted this as a kid, but I never got it. So I finally got it at a garage sale when I'm an adult and shouldn't be buying board games, but here it was for, I believe, $2 or $3, and this thing, I didn't realize it when I bought it. I thought that, I just saw it and was like, hey, I gotta have it because I always wanted this, but come to find out, don't blow up, Light, just don't do it. I found out in the comments section after that video went up, after that episode went up, that this thing is like really, really expensive and hard to find, and worth upwards of $300, I think. But it's not complete. It is missing a lot of stuff. It's basically the board and a few items, and that's it. Most of the stuff is not even in here anymore, which is disappointing because me and Alpha, Omega Sin, and a few other guys were gonna play it one day, and we couldn't because none of the stuff was there. And that was extremely disappointing, and the fact that this thing now is just rotting away in my closet, and I don't want to get rid of it, but there's really no value in it either. So, well, you know, as collectors, we're sick, right? So that brings us to the number one game on this list. And I'm going to preface it by saying that this is not a bad game. This is not a game, in fact, it's probably the best game on my list, but it's number one for a reason. All right, so we went up to Canada. I had just started collecting for the TurboGrafx 16, and I was really super excited to get anything and everything that I could for the system. And I'm a big shooters fan, so when I saw Deep Blue, it was a no-brainer. I had to pick this thing up. It was a shooter on the TurboGrafx 16, and I was extremely excited to take this thing home and get it into my system and check it out. When I finally did, though, I was so disappointed. It's best described as just bland. There's nothing special to it whatsoever. It's not that fun. It's not that bad either. It's just meh. The whole game is just meh. It's very uninspired is what I could best describe it as. It's like a baked potato with no salt and pepper, no sour cream if you're into sour cream. It's no cheese, no chives, no nothing, no bacon bits, no bacos. It is just a plain baked potato. Sure, it'll fill up your stomach, but are you really going to enjoy downing that thing? Like, it's not exciting in the least. It's a little bit boring. So this is the baked potato of the TurboGrafx library, in terms of shooters at least. Very disappointing. Now, look, have I picked up worse games on the show? Yes, of course. In fact, the worst game I've probably ever picked up in my entire game chasing on film existence is F-15 on the Genesis. That game is absolute garbage. In fact, you can see that I don't actually have it with me because I don't know where it is. I threw it somewhere after playing it, and I swear to God, it's gone. It's gone. It's not in my game room. It's not in my bedrooms. It's not in my anything. It's not. In my, I don't know where it is. I guess I threw it into oblivion. Like it's gone now. It doesn't exist. So don't ever play that game. F-15 on the Sega Genesis game. On the Sega Genesis game. On the Sega Genesis. No, God no. No. I legitimately would rather play Top Gun on NES, and that's a much better game. Not an exaggeration. I'm not trying to be funny. Oh, he's trying to be funny. I'm not. It's a much better game. So that's that. And I really, okay, look, have I also bought more terrible games? Yeah, of course. Like there's been Atari games and stuff that I've gotten like a minute and a half worth of playtime out of it before I take it off and be like, oh, I'm never gonna play that again. But come on, it's Atari games. It's like, what do you expect, right? You can't really pick on Atari games. It's like the little brother of the gaming industry. You just can't pick on it. You know what you're getting yourself into, and they're very rudimentary, and they're meant to be that way. So, you know, if this was 30 years ago, probably would have been entertained, but in 2019, you know, not so much. With certain games. I'm not dogging Atari. Atari is awesome. I still got fun with Atari. I'm just saying certain games. And then also, you know, we come across Maddens and stuff like that, right? So I know when I pick up a Madden game and bring it home, I know what the hell I'm getting. So I'm not gonna put it on this list, and because I've played it. I know this list was dedicated more towards stuff that I found and never played it before and wanted to check it out for the first time and been like, oh, that was money well spent. So anyway, that's the video. Again, check out Dollar Shave Club down there at the bottom. Click the link. It supports the channel, and I have no problem pushing this because it's a really, really good product that I actually believe in and I use. And I think that you guys would really, really like it. And you ladies too, I guess, if you want to shave your legs, if you're into that sort of thing. But anyway, thanks for watching and have a blessed day.